Greetings and greetings to you all. Thank you for joining us again in this 5 element spiritual quest. My name is Master Abdullah Ngom. And today in this 5 element journey, I've been drawn to speak out two shameful childhood experiences that have haunted me throughout my adulthood, from childhood throughout my adulthood. That caused great wounds that I thought it was impossible to heal. Two experiences. One was child sexual abuse at the age of 7. At a very same age, also occurred the second experience happened in school, uh, where the spirit or the potential for child greatness is destroyed or attempt to be destroyed by adults who took all as educator to educate, nurture children to tap into their greatness or to tap into their potential in life. And here am I experiencing the opposite of that in the very same institution. When I was a child, I had difficulty from learning, which which are called learning disability. So it was very challenging for me. Someone who's in this state of reality for having difficulty of learning, who need the help the most, but we have some irresponsible adults who took the oath as educators, who do not have the patience, uh, nor the skill to deal with someone in that state of mind. So therefore, their action toward someone like that, even if they don't mean it or not realizing it, can be very destructive. Uh, this event happened in a class when I was sixth grade. I was in a class and I wanted to use the restroom. And I told the teacher, "Sir, I need to go to the bathroom." And he ignored me. And for 30 seconds later, I again, "Sir," till he got my attention, I really need to go to the bathroom. And he shouted at me, "Be quiet, shut up and be quiet." And I sat. I went to a point 2 minutes later, it was very difficult for me to hold it. I yelled again, "Sir, I really need to go to the bathroom." Then he walked out from the classroom and come right to me and whacked me with the stick. I tell you to be quiet and stop disturbing my class. From that point, I was start shaking. Just embarrassed when everybody started laughing, and I sat there. All of a sudden, I couldn't hold it, and I went in my pants. I went in my pants and just sat there. Second later, everybody was start shouting, yelling, and laughing. So Abdullah have pooped his pants. The whole class laughing. It's me just sitting there. And he kind of said, "Get out of class." He just kicked me out of class. I take my stuff and walk out. That shameful experience, everybody laughing. Then I walk to the beach to clean up myself. I cleaned myself, then went home. That experience, the next day I didn't want to go to school. I played sick. Stay home. I didn't want to go to school no more. Just the humiliation. But my mom forced me to go. I went. My mom heard what happened. I was forced to go. I went anyway. And every time I went, I become the laughing matter, the joke in the class, in the yard, having people still. It was a very bad experience. Here you have a child who need help the most because I had difficulty from learning. Someone who need help the most. That very little potential to do something, to understand, is destroyed by the very same person who took the oath to educate and nurture children to tap into their best. So I struggle with that wound of lack of confidence, shame, and many other emotions that affect me for a long time. The wound, I tried to heal this wound for a long time. Try to erase it, but it's just there. The turning point of this was I came as a fighter. I trained. I'm an athlete. My profession as an athlete, as a fighter, and I achieved some level of recognition as a fighter. And when I was elected to the Hall of Fame, I was invited by my president, and I went back home, and it was a big deal. I left as a broken. That little child that was shamed in that classroom, have returned as a welcome hero by the nation. I was on television all the time, welcomed by the president. Everywhere I go, I'm surrounded by a crowd as this welcoming hero, a hero coming back home. And I was walking on the street with some member of the federation, and we were just greeting people. For some reason, God is my witness. My teacher, Master Jiba, who humiliated me in that classroom as a child, we come across. I could not believe what just happened. This man, I wanted to ask where he lived and just go, to try to see how I can heal this wound. I wanted to go to face him in person to say, I forgive you. Because I needed that. But for some reason, I know he saw me on television because I was on television all the time. I bumped into this man on the street, Mr. Jiba, my old teacher, who humiliated me in that classroom as a child. Facing me now as a hero of the nation. I said, there's nothing more to say. And we shake hands. He said, great job, I'm very proud of you. I said, thank you, sir. For that point, there's nothing else to say. That's why I believe in moral justice. I don't know who's out there making things happen. but that was a justice that I could ever achieve on my own. A justice that I could ever achieve on my own. A childhood a childhood wound was healed at that very moment. The second event's about the sexual abuse. This happened when I was 6 or 7. There was this old French guy. They call him Massa Masson. He had a restaurant and he partnered with one of the men in the village. Um, so on the weekend, both of them they used to come to the village, and all the kids used to looking for them because they live in the city. When they come, they bring some gift for the kids and seem like the most genuine and friendly, nurturing kids. So when they come, all the kids go there, just they play with the kids, and then during the afternoon they took some kids and they took them to the beach. Every weekend they come, they do that, and I went with them many times. Uh, and something happened whenever we go to the beach. Sometimes they took one of the men, sometimes the white guy, sometimes the black. They take one of the men take one kid, and they walk out of the beach and go back where they park the car. To me, nothing was out of the ordinary. Maybe they're gonna go to work and no problem. Then later they will come back and nobody say anything. Till one day, seemed like it was my turn. What the white guy, the old white guy, um, very friendly. We used to play a lot. Said, come on, let's go for a walk. Then while we were walking, he tapped me sometime running. I tapped him running. To me, it was the fun time. When they come there, it's always fun. Then we walk to the car. When we got to the car, all of a sudden he grabbed me and he put me on the hood of the car. Say, look at me with your eyes, and just to be funny. And we go like this, and all of a sudden he tried to kiss me. And I turned back and he grabbed me and kissed me. I said, what you doing? Stop. He said, don't say anything, just stop, don't worry. When I jumped off the car, he grabbed me and all of a sudden he put my pants down. I started getting scared. And he said, all of a sudden, this nice, seemingly gentle person who looked so friendly, all of a sudden changed his own personality change. He all of a sudden yelled, don't move, stop, nothing gonna happen. And I froze. I never saw that, expect that personality. He changed, different personality, very aggressive. Then he put my pants down. Then he said, don't say anything. Don't say anybody, understand? I didn't say anything. He grabbed my shoulder, shook me. You hear what I'm saying? Don't say anything to anyone. I said, yes, I'm not going to say anything. He shook me again. You going to say something? I said, no, I will never say anything. I was so frightened, shaking. I think that was the first time I felt such type of fear, where even though my body's shaking, I want to stop it, but I couldn't stop it. It's just like going like this. I want to stay in the car. almost he had this supreme power over me. Now he's not looking playful anymore. Come on, follow me. And here am I walking behind him. It's like I lost my control. Fear took over. Then we went to the beach. I said I didn't want to go in the water. I said, not saying anything. Then when we're done, we get in the car and go back home to the village. I couldn't say anything. I cried that night a lot. I couldn't tell my mom. I couldn't tell anybody. Not knowing what to do. So I keep it inside. You feel emotion that you don't understand. You don't know what to do with it. Who to talk to, or when you even talk to them, what you gonna tell them? What you gonna tell them? You even don't know. So basically, this caused a wound, childhood wound, that I thought I would live with it till I die. A childhood wound, I thought I would live with it till I die, because he have hunted me from childhood to my adulthood. And I try all methods, try so many things to try to heal this wound. But it's always there. To the five elements, come on. Guide me that through forgiveness only, the wound of the soul can be healed. Through forgiveness only, the wound of the soul can be healed. So I forgive. And through forgiveness, the wound was healed. However, even though the wounds were healed, the scar of the wound remained. I forgive, because I need to forgive to heal myself. I forgive. The rest is him and God. But to heal myself, I have to forgive. So I forgive. Given instruction, given a formula, given a medicine, given a medicine to heal, the formula to heal, the strategy to heal, given is forgiveness. So through forgiveness, I was able to heal from this bad experience. But healing the wound does not mean the scar of the wound is not there. A child, an innocent child. An innocent child. And this issue, I think, speaks great volume, far greater at this very moment in time. Because children are kidnapped, raped, murdered, all kind of horrible things. Sacrifice ritual. Even children are kidnapped to be eaten by people, grown up. We talk about children. Children and adults alike are kidnapped in this country at this very moment in time by the thousand on a regular basis. by the thousand on a regular basis. And people also are being trafficked, kidnapped from many parts of the world, and being trafficked to here in America at this very moment on a larger scale. We raises a very disturbing question. Raises a very disturbing question. Because if you claim to have the might, the might and the knowing how, to able to pinpoint small as a quarter, to pinpoint a quarter from outer space, and have the technology and the agency that runs it, that able to listen to every phone call from any device held by anyone, or read any email or text from any device, even able to hack a device that beyond what one uses for personal, what one have for personal use. You have this might and the knowing how, can see it all and can hear all. Yet, in the very same soil, thousands of children and adults alike are being kidnapped, as well as many parts of the world. Children, especially children and adults alike, are being kidnapped and trafficked back here to the very same soil. And you who have all this might to hear all and see it all, yet you never heard when they was being taken, when they were being kidnapped, when they were plotting kidnapping, you never heard nothing. And when they took them, you still don't see where they are taken, or where they are. You still don't see. Those who are kidnapped beyond your borders, you didn't hear nothing, and they bring your own borders, and you still don't know where they are. And yet you have the technology to pinpoint similar as a quarter from outer space, able to hear all phone call from any device, can tap into read any email, hack into any device that beyond personal use, and you still claim innocent or oblivious about this horrible reality that's happening on a regular basis. You see, this is not just a system playing people's emotions or insulting their intellect. This is evil at its very core, manifesting the way it was designed to function. Operate by people who have not even 1 ounce of moral fiber in their beings. A system that operates by people who have no moral fiber, even an ounce of moral fiber in their beings. This is beyond evil. It's evil at its core in action. These are the people, some who make the devil very proud, some who make the devil terrified. These are the people, based on their actions, who make the devil realize he had to make a big mess. These are the ones who make the devil realize that he messed up big time. because they make the devil realize he have crossed the boundary of repentance, mean to be forgiven. Now is at the point of no return. That's it. What you have done, point of no return. These are the people make the devil realize that he's at the point of no return. So only way, just do whatever, do thy will. It's in the point of do thy will, because it's not point of no return. Children, innocent children. And these who rule the system are at the very center of it, are at the very center of this evilness. They make the law, and the law doesn't apply to them. The law they make for others, the law, some crime that you can be locked up for life. Someone can be locked up for life. Crime that someone can be even executed, killed. Or a crime someone will not even want to be seen or heard anywhere. But these people who are called officials who run this system, they will commit all of them with no consequences. All the crime that are there, even one can be killed for it. These, they will commit all of them and get away with it because the law doesn't apply to them. You see? Because they are elected by the one who make the law, whom we call the devil. They are servants of the devil. And they terrify the devil based on their actions. There's so many disturbing parts. You see the system, the way it's designed, every part of the system is so disturbing. Their role they play is disturbing. Okay. Here you have a system who designed a propaganda machine. A system who designed a propaganda machine we call Hollywood. Where a false narrative can be deployed, false narrative can be sold to the collective. False narrative can be projected to the collective. False narrative, the opposite of the reality. Because you see in the movies where one child is kidnapped somewhere part of the world. Then a superhero will born for the rescue, or a team is selected for the rescue of a one child, and they're ready to destroy anything and everyone on their path for that rescue mission for one child. Rescue one child in one part of the world. You will see that in the movies. That's where superhero born to rescue a child, or team are formed to destroy, just go destroy to rescue one soul. Through the propaganda machine, the first narrative. But in reality, thousands of children are being kidnapped right here in the very same soil, thousands on a regular basis, and nobody knows where they are. Nobody knows where they are in reality. But in the movies, one kidnap one, you will see a superhero will go destroy anything in their path to rescue that one, or a team formed to destroy anything or anyone in their path. Thousands, they will not mind to destroy half a country to rescue one soul. And here they are in the very same soil. Thousands and thousands of children are kidnapped, and nobody knows where they are in reality. Project false narrative through their propaganda machines. Movies, they're always the hero in the movies, especially American. Oh, they're the one with the savior of the world. they are they are the most destructive force of the world. But they claim to be savior of the world. Even not just, oh, alien invasion, oh, America is going to save the world. Asteroid destroying the world, oh, the American, they have the might to save the world. Always claim to be the savior of the world in the propaganda machine. And in reality, the opposite. As in reality, the opposite. We haven't seen alien invading Earth yet. But you see that they project that in the movies. Now, how many American military base they have in the world? By the thousand in every part of the world. In a place where there's no even human there. They have base there. Why? Base of what? For destruction. Base for destruction. Not base for humanitarian. Can you imagine all those military base was a humanitarian post? That then you can say, well, you're saving the world. But all the bases, land, sea, air, everywhere in every part of the world, these bases are there for what? For destruction. Ready to destroy. Destroying or ready to destroy. Not to save, to destroy. And they claim at the same time in this propaganda machine as a savior of the world. What you're doing, the reality, your reality is contradictory of your claim. What you're selling is not just lie, it's not just hypocrisy, it's beyond. This is evil in its nature. Evil in its nature, at its very core. By all the base in every part of the world. Turn those bases to humanitarian base. Turn those bases to humanitarian post, where you can go to distribute, to help, build, save, nurture. Just then you can claim the title you want to embody. It's the same thing that Hitler have done in Germany. Same propaganda machine. Just as Hollywood, same propaganda machine. Through that propaganda machine, he was able to craft his own narrative. Through the propaganda machines to galvanize the nation. To rally behind a false ideology. He projects false ideology for a nation to galvanize a nation, to rally behind what? A corrupted ideology. And through that, he comes close to conquer a world. Rally a nation through his false narrative to galvanize a nation, to rally behind a corrupted ideology, almost come to conquer a world. Same thing. What they're saying, what they're selling is the opposite of what they're doing or planning to do. Oh, the American are the hero. And here what they try to tell the world, ours are precious. Our children are precious to us. Because you take one, we will send our best. A superhero, we will send our best. We will send a superhero to come get it. And we'll destroy anyone on his path. Or we will send our very best selected team to come get them, to destroy anyone on his path. Because our children are precious to us. But yet thousands on a regular basis are kidnapping, put in any horror you can ever think of. And those who rule the system are at the very center of it. Claim to see nothing. How can you not hear nothing or see nothing? How can you not see when they've been kidnapped or know where they're going? how many missing children, how many missing children in adult life on a regular basis. And the system sees nothing. Hear nothing, see nothing. Hear nothing, see nothing. And have no moral conscience for their action. Just have the capability to see this evil manifesting and do nothing about it. Just that is a crime in and of itself. Just that is a crime, let alone when you are center of it. Or you could not. You think anyone can bring anything in this country without the system now, let alone children by the thousand, women being trafficked, sex slavery, all this evil, and no one see nothing and hear nothing. Stop. Stop. Enough is enough, people. Stop. A child. Can you imagine your child just taken away from you? Not knowing where they go and what they're going to do to it. Your child. Your own flesh and blood. Taken away from you. And those who do, it's like their profession, like going to work. For them, it's normal. It's normal. Is evil have a definition? That would be evil at its pure form. If evil have a definition, that would be evil in its pure form. Mean one who have no moral conscience, no moral fiber, nothing good in them. Nothing good in them. Only someone who embody the level of darkness. That darkness can do what these people doing to children and innocent women. And have no remorse. This white man who sexually abused me as a child, when I went back home after being elected to the Hall of Fame, I had a plan. I wanted to go to see him, then expose him in front of everybody. Then go to national television and make it clear. Maybe that would save someone, another kid out there, or stop these predators, or make them think again. That was part of the plan when I went back home as a recognized fighter, invited by the president. I was on television all the time. Everywhere I go, surrounded by a crowd. I said, this is a very big opportunity to make this issue public. However, when I went, I asked my old brother where this man is still living here, where the man live. He said the man passed. That he died. I said, okay. So he died. The rest is him and God. There's no point now to open this can of worm. Since he's dead, so there's no reason to go forward with that plan. But my plan was to heal the wound that was troubling me for all these years, from childhood to adulthood, to heal this wound. My plan was, when I face this man, now as somebody who are respected in this nation, I'm going being a platform to speak out, to be heard. I'm gonna reveal him, shame him for all to see, for who he was. But he died. He died. Through the five elements, now I know to heal the wound, I have to forgive. So forgive him for what he have done. I was able to heal from the wound. The rest between him and God. But for me to be healed, I have to forgive. So I forgive. For the instruction of the five elements. And when I forgive, I was healed. I was healed. However, healing from the wounds does not mean the scar of the wound is gone. The scar is there. But at least the wound is healed. But the scar of such a, the magnitude of such a wound, the scar might be there for a very long time. The deepness, the magnitude of such a wound, even though the wound is healed, the scar might be there for a very, very long time. Because even though I forgive, the scar is still there. That's why those who think they can do this horrible thing to children and get away with it, they are mistaken. Knowing what I know now, they are mistaken. They will never go unpunished. They will never go unpunished based on what I know now. Because if they're not punished here, they will be punished somewhere. They will face the consequences of their action somewhere. It's either here or somewhere else. Because the trumpet of moral justice is sound, is blown from the heavens. Moral justice. And believe it or not, believe me what I tell you. Children, the innocent of children, weight heavily in the scale of moral justice. This adult who had no moral conscience in their being think that taking the soul, wounding the soul, spirit, wounding the body, soul, and spirit of children, and they're innocent, think that they can do that and get away with it. Moral justice is waiting for them. Moral justice is waiting for them. And I swear I swear on that in the name of the Most High. And I swear on that in the name of the Most High. Moral justice is waiting for them. Innocent children are not to be harmed. Hopeless women, innocent women, hopeless, not to be harmed. And the system that rule, take responsibility to rule the collective and have all that is needed, the might and the knowing how. To know what is what, who's doing what, where one is going. This is their responsibilities. Sex trafficking, child child. This is their responsibilities. But they are the center of it. Because without them, it would not be possible. Without them, be part of it, be the center of it, it will not be possible. but they all on it. Moral justice is waiting for all. Moral justice is waiting for all. If you can be elected by the devil, give you a right to do whatever you wish with no consequences, and have zero remorse in your conscience, you are cursed. You are beyond curse. You're not just ignorant, because one who's ignorant, you can be enlightened. One who's cursed, curse can be broken. But when you are doomed to hell for your actions, these are someone who's irredeemable. Your action will lead you to the ultimate horror in the hereafter. And let me tell you something. That is not God's punishment. That is not God's punishment. For you to see yourself in hell for all eternity, that is not God's punishment. It's you fulfilling your contract, your duty, or your agreement with the devil you served. Not God's punishment. But you fulfilling your duty or contract or agreement with the devil you serve, that are destined to be in the same place for eternity. You think your political status give you the right to do what you do? You think your badge give you the right to do what you do? You think the authority you are given by a false authority you are given that give you the right to do what you do? You think the false authority that you are granted give you the right to do what you do, to harm innocent soul, to harm the creation of God, to harm your fellow human being? You think the first authority you are given give you the right to do that? You are mistaken. Because the authority you implement is invalid in a court of moral righteousness. It's invalid. You have been deceived. You have been deceived. No one have authority. There's above the laws of moral righteousness. And the laws of moral righteousness is simple and clear. No one was created to be harmed or be harmed by anyone. And if you are given status or given authority to do otherwise, you will face consequences of your own making. You will face the consequences of your own making, because you are implementing an invalid law by a system that has no credibility in the court of moral righteousness. So you are doomed for destruction. You are doomed for destruction. You are doomed for destruction by your own hands. I think I'm going to leave it here till next time. Again, children are not to be harmed. Children are not to be harmed. And hopeless innocent women not to be harmed. The sex, slavery, traffic, and child abuse, this have to come to an end. And if you think heaven is silent, if you think heaven is blind, we're here to tell you, you are mistaken. You are mistaken. Because the trumpet of moral justice is blown. And the crime of the innocent will never go in vain. will never go in vain. Here or there will never go in vain. So I'm gonna leave it here till next time. As always, be well and God bless.